A straight road has one steepness the whole way along. A roller coaster hill is nothing like that. Steep here, gentle there, flat for a split second right at the very top. Is there a way to get the exact steepness at one single point on a curve like this, not just roughly? Keep that hill in your head. We're coming back to it. Take a point at x equals 2. Its height on the curve is f of 2, which is 4. Now a second point q at x equals 3, where the height is 9. The run is 1, the rise 9 minus 4, which is 5, so the chord slope is rise over run, 5 over 1, which is 5. Slide q closer. At x equals 2.5, the slope is 4.5. At x equals 2.1, it's 4.1, closing in on 4. Now drop the numbers. The run is h, the rise f of x plus h minus f of x, so the secant slope is rise over h. Let h shrink to 0. The chord becomes the tangent, and its slope is the derivative, the steepness at that one point. Let's write that sliding in idea in symbols. The chord's slope is f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. For y equals x squared, expand that out. Put that expansion back into the fraction. The plus x squared and the minus x squared are exact opposites, so they cancel and strike out completely. Every term with an h in it is exactly the piece that disappears as h heads to 0. What's left is 2x. dy by dx, or f prime of x, is just the name we give to that leftover number. And yes, it's the exact number our secant settled on. Before I show you the next one, if x squared gives you 2x, what do you think x cubed is going to give you? Do the exact same shrinking trick for x cubed. Put that expansion into the chord slope. The plus x cubed and the minus x cubed are exact opposites, so they cancel and strike out completely, just like before. What's left divides through by h, one term at a time. 3x squared plus 3xh plus h squared. And every extra term dies off except one. You land on 3x squared. See the pattern? The old power slides down to sit in front as a multiplier, and the power itself drops by 1. Say it like this every single time. Bring the power down, then knock 1 off the power. That's the whole rule for any power n, and a out front just comes along for the ride. A longer expression is just several power rule terms glued together with plus and minus signs, so you do each one separately and keep the sign. Watch the plain x term carefully. Its power is 1, so it still brings something down. Its derivative is just its coefficient, never 0. It's the bare number sitting on its own. The true constant, that gives you 0, because something that never changes has no steepness at all. You've met this shape before. One function feeding its output into another, like fg of x. Each machine has its own turning rate. Forget to include the inner machine's rate, and it's like the belt fell off. You've lost part of the answer. That's the chain rule. dy by du times du by dx. Picture area as u times v, a rectangle. Now let both sides grow a tiny bit. The extra area you've gained is two thin strips, one because u grew, one because v grew, plus a corner so tiny it disappears. Those two strips are exactly u prime v and uv prime. That's the product rule. Division works as the twin of this. For u over v, the rule is u prime v minus uv prime, all over v squared. Remember the hill from the very start. Here it is again. Model it as a simple curve, and di over dx, the very thing we've spent this whole lesson building, tells you the exact steepness anywhere on it. A positive number means you're climbing. Exactly 0, right at the very top, is that flat instant at the crest. A negative number means you're heading back down. One formula, the whole ride. Using first principles, find di over dx of the curve y equals 2x squared minus 5x. By first principles, di over dx is the limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h, minus f of x all over h. Do not skip the middle cross term when you expand the square. Subtract f of x, then divide every surviving term by h before letting h go to 0, not the other way round. Now let h go to 0. The 2h term vanishes, leaving di over dx equals 4x minus 5. Check independently with the power rule, and you get the same answer. Di over dx equals 4x minus 5. It is given that y equals the bracket 2x minus 5 cubed times x plus 1. Find di over dx, expressing your answer as a fully factorized expression. This is a product of two changing parts, so use the product rule from before. U is a composite function, a bracket cubed, so find u prime with the chain rule. Do not forget the inner derivative, too, from differentiating 2x minus 5. Substitute both derivatives in, then both terms share the common factor, 2x minus 5 squared, so take it out. Simplify the bracket and di over dx equals 2x minus 5 squared times 8x plus 1. Di over dx equals 2x minus 5 squared times 8x plus 1. Di over dx gives the exact steepness at any single point. Positive to climb, 0 at a flat instant, negative to descend. Use first principles only when a question says so. Otherwise, the power rule, term by term, keeping every sign, and a lone x term still differentiates while a true constant goes to 0. A bracket to a power, or one function inside another, needs the chain rule and its inner factor. A product needs the product rule. A quotient needs the quotient rule the same way.